This is my first time going live on YouTube. I'm actually going to be live streaming from multiple platforms. So bear with me as I get all of this set up. And here we go. You ready? I'm going to bring the other witches on. Good morning, cousin. This is the first time that I am going to be going live on the big red play button app. I'm thinking about ditching the clock app, even though I have over 400,000 followers on that app. Uh, it's just not the same. So we're taking a chance on the big red play button and seeing kind of where we go. This is my daily divination ceremony. And I do this every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are asking the question specifically, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? We are not asking how to get the X back or how to get the job we have been made to believe that we need. Okay. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask them in the comments. There are a bunch of witches from my coven that are happy to assist you with anything that you need. Oh, you can totally see how dirty my altar is. That's fun. Hi, hello, good morning. I'm going to give it just a few minutes to allow our cousins with a different relationship with time enough space to get here before I start this divination ceremony. So now would be a great time to ask questions. Or we could just like sit here and stare at each other awkwardly. I'm super down with that. Like super down with that. Should I just like get into it? I could do that. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna just start. So what I'm gonna do is what I do to get my system prepared for divination. This my practice tends to be radically inclusive because of the nature of the work that I do. So you're welcome to follow along, but I would recommend that you do whatever is meaningful to you because that's what's going to get you there. All right. Yeah, if you just want to watch, lurkers are welcome. I'm about to do a lot of heavy breathing, so you're going to feel right at home. You don't have to identify as a witch in order to participate in this divination ceremony. I will be using tarot cards. You don't need to have a relationship with tarot in order to, again, get something out of this divination ceremony. The way that I do this reading is very different than what you're accustomed to. I generally only do divination for witches. All right. Here we go. Start by taking 3 deep breaths, then I'm gonna do what I do what you do, and then we're gonna meet in the middle, in sacred space, and then we're gonna do the divination part of this. All right? All right. Hello to the 3 people on the big red play button that's watching me. I appreciate you. You know what you need to do in order for us to invite more witches into this ceremony. So do that, whatever that is. Right? Okay. Here we go. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For our cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space. For our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we make a declaration of intention. Why do we call everyone here, and what are we doing? I choose now in this moment to align with my whole self, to pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power, and I show up from my practice in this place and at this hour because I am home. All right. It's pretty cool. So different. Like everything looks different on the clock app here. It's so great to see you again, too. Are we ready to do this? Trying to be mindful of like the framing of things. That's awkward. Okay. I'll put my glasses on because the way that I'm doing this divination ceremony, the cards that I use have descriptions written right on the card. Now, it's important as you are repairing your relationship with your intuition for you to prioritize your own interpretation of the cards or what we're pulling over even my interpretation of them. So I will be giving you an opportunity to kind of sit with this the card that I pull. Ooh, why is this difficult? Um, Before I go influencing you. Okay. So again, we are asking, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? Where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? Yes, I almost dropped my whole deck. I'm hypermobile, so it's kind of hit and miss on whether I'm going to be able to like hold on to them. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is a 2-card draw. Card on the top of the deck again represents where our attention needs to be today. The card on the bottom of the deck represents what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's actually blocking our shit. It's important that we look at how we are getting in our own goddamn way, right? Okay. The 3 of Wands reversed is what we drew. So this is the card. And this is the Tarot deck by Raven and Rogue. Is that reversed or did it automatically like? I just discovered something about the big red play button is that it automatically flips the card around so you can actually read it and it's not all backwards. That's cool as shit. I don't know the rules about the big red play button either, as far as like dropping F bombs, but I usually drop F bombs like it's glitter. So, okay. So, what I'm going to do is read the prompt that's written directly on this card. I'm not going to change anything, and I'm trying real hard not to influence you with my face, but she's expressive. I can't really anyway. Okay. Why are you playing it safe? Stop holding back. Maybe you fell a bit short on some personal goals and now you're afraid to take another step forward. Dust yourself off and get back at it because these setbacks are an essential part of your growth. It's all a part of the process, and you are indeed evolving. Be sure not to overcommit yourself. I have to put this out. It's like blowing right in my face, and I can't. Okay. And now I'm going to read the upright position because it is about the whole card. Your plans are in motion, and more opportunities are headed your way to maximize your total potential. You have the chance to expand your horizons through travel, study, or business. Reach beyond your comfort zone. Doors will open if you stop limiting yourself. So, as I read that, what's the first thing that comes to mind? What does this card mean to you? Like as I was reading it, what was highlighted for you? Okay. I'm letting you brew on that before I like get into it. All right, I'm going to influence you. So, there's a lot of reasons why we hold back, right? There's a lot of reasons. Sometimes it's because we don't believe we deserve whatever it is that we're dreaming about, or we don't believe that it's possible, or like there are countless reasons why you are intentionally pumping the brakes, right? Are you intentionally pumping the brakes about something? Right? If you could just like sit there and allow yourself to dream big, like big. What are you dreaming about? What is the thing that you're longing for? Right. So if you close, I do this a lot. I ask this a lot of people. If you close your eyes and you imagined waking up in your perfect world, what does that look like? Logistically, what are you doing? Waking up and I'm in a comfortable bed in a home by a river and my house is filled with blah blah blah, blah. Like what is the the thing, right? What is the thing that requires bravery that you're afraid to do, but you long for it? I know it's kind of pokey, but it's meant to be because you were not incarnated at a time like this to play it safe, were you? And I understand your fears are valid and, the scary times lately, but you are a lot more powerful than you have been made to believe. and you holding back, pumping the brakes, waiting for permission, waiting for something else external to change in order for you to actually do whatever it is that you are longing to do, like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And if you okay, so if I gave you this like magical piece of paper that anything you wrote on it that you want, right? An action would be successful. What would you write on that piece of paper? And I'm not talking about, you know, I'm not talking about, writing on the piece of paper, I have $1,000,000. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something actionable. Like you are going to do something, right? It could be going to that protest and shutting down blah, 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 or um, getting the writing that book, uh, starting that support group, whatever it is that you feel like you are called to do. You have this strong calling to do it. You write that on that piece of paper, it will happen. What is it? Right? Why are you not doing that or taking steps toward that? If you knew that it would be successful, you could not lose. What would you do? Run for local political office, become a teacher, whatever it is, right? Now we got to look at what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's actually influencing our ability to see this or engage with this clearly. Okay. It's everybody's favorite card. The Ace of Pentacles reversed. So here's the card. So I'm going to read directly from the card without influencing you. I'm going to burp first. You may be looking at some difficult financial times ahead, or perhaps some elusive opportunities. Steer clear of any financial risks. Think carefully before jumping into anything, especially on prospects of monetary gain, as it may just be an illusion that could lead to your downfall. I'm going to read the upright position because, again, it's about the whole card. A cycle is about to begin anew. And since the Pentacles suit deals in all things material, this reset could present itself in the form of a new career, better health, or something in that vein. Whatever is coming will bring great abundance. Be sure that you're prepared to harvest the gifts of the Pentacles once it arrives. Again, this is what you're in resistance to or in denial of. All right. Are you ready for me to influence you? A lot of times We resist taking the chance on whatever it is that we dream of because we are concerned that it's gonna, you know, be our downfall, that, you know, that the status quo is safer than getting out of our comfort zone and taking a chance on this thing that we're dreaming about. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I'm getting like three different directions. Okay. How many of you have spent any significant time with elders, people that you would consider elders, people that are maybe on their deathbed? They're living out their final years. Having conversations with them was the most impactful time in my life because repeatedly you hear, I wish I would have taken that risk. I wish I would have been brave. I wish I would have done the thing, right? Now, it was hearing them talking about that made it to where I choose to do the scary things because I don't want to be on my deathbed in my final hours wishing I would have been brave enough to do the thing. I have rebuilt my life countless times over the uh 46 years I have been incarnated so far. Countless times. I have started from nothing and rebuilt my life so many times, right? For stupid shit too. For, investing in someone else's dreams, what someone else wanted, and ended up like losing everything and starting all over again. I refuse to put my life on the back burner ever again out of fear of, what if it fails? What if it's a bad investment, right? You can't make a wrong choice when it comes to what you feel called to do, no matter how crazy it is, right? You wouldn't feel called like that for nothing. Heather says, provision will come, not how we expect it, not how the world says it will. You don't need to have a bank account to move forward. You need to be brave. You need to be brave. If you How would it change your decision, right? To do this thing or not to do this thing? How would it change your decision if I know this is super fucking dark, but if you knew that, like, no matter what you do, hold on, I'm not going to go there. What keeps coming up is looking at your relationship with failure. What is failure? What is failure to you? Right. I am someone who has been homeless several times in my life, right? Homelessness is no longer a threat to me because it's not scary. It's not as scary as it is presented, right? And when you have community, it changes everything, right? You're able to take those risks and live the life of your dreams because you know that you're supported. You've nurtured your relationships, right? It's not the money that gets you through, it's your connections, the connections and relationships that you invest in. Okay. When, like, your relationship with failure or obstacles or delays, right? If you think that those are bad things, it's going to lock you up to where you don't take it, you don't do anything that seems risky, right? Because what if you fail, right? What if failure is just more data, more information, delays, more information? There's a reason why things are not happening right now. As long as you are doing what feels exciting for you, what feels expansive for you, you cannot go wrong. You will not fail, right? On your deathbed, would you rather wish you would have done the thing or be telling the story about that crazy time that you did this blah, 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 and look at where you are now, right? What's a better story? I was too afraid to do the thing. Go with what feels exciting, all right? What gets your heart kind of fluttery, butterflies in your stomach. So today's witch work, should you choose to accept it, is looking at your relationship with obstacles or failure. What does that mean to you? What is failure? What is a setback? How would it change your life and the way that you engage with your life if you began to cultivate a relationship with perceived failure, perceived setback as more data or pacing? Because pacing is important too. So, FVEF says, amidst the craziness, it can feel selfish. I'm assuming that you mean that by chasing your dreams can feel selfish. What if you making the choice to come into alignment with your calling is not just for you, it's for your community as well. It's for the people that you serve. It's for the influence that you will have on the world around you. It's not selfish to do and to follow your path. It is a gift to us all. How would that change how you engage with things? Earth Haven says setbacks often show different options you never thought of. Exactly. So let's look at why why are you pumping the brakes? Why are you holding back? What are you afraid of? And if you're like, "Oh, I'm a selfish person for having needs and wants," ask yourself, "Who taught you that? Where did that come from?" Because oftentimes that kind of thinking comes from high control religions or social dynamics, which takes some deconstruction, takes some work to untangle those knots, those bindings within you. But you can. All right. So that's our reading. That is our reading for the day. Heather, I love that. Heather says, "Oh, the pacing piece resonates." Mhm. Taking the next step. You're stepping onto a path, not out of a window. Yep. That's so great. Okay. This is our reading. We're going to be back tomorrow morning at the same time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be coming back to the big red play button again, and the gram is where we'll be going live. Today is Friday, so this is the first day that those of you that are members, initiated members into the Spellcrafters Guild, I'm going to be uh not hijacking the meeting, but on Wednesday, I read from the Grimoire of the Ungovernable. And so tonight, we're going to be discussing in depth what it was that we covered during that reading. The grimoire barely scratches the surface of the deeper mysteries of what I'm actually talking about when I wrote that book. And I am very much looking forward to going deeper with you because you're ready for it. And so very exciting. Okay. So I'm going to be doing that this afternoon. That's at what, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. And on Sunday is the ritual rave. This is open to the public. Anyone can join. And this is where the community gets together and we dance together to raise energy for our collective manifestations. And it is so much fun. It is so much fun. If you've never been to the ritual rave, you're going to want to come play with us, and access to all of those is within the app space that we launched at brightanddark.org. And yeah, come do the thing, come play, come on. And that's it. All right, cousins, until I see you again, if you can't be good at it. Okay.